Oh god, I forgot how weird this is. Okay, let's try again. It's been months, probably even close to like a year since I've recorded a video for you guys. So trying to get back into it is a little bit weird. Okay, so I feel bad. I've not really been taking part of BookTube. I've barely even read books for the last year, I'd say, because I've been doing my degree and I've just finished, so now I have time to do other things again. But I just wanted to update you guys on what I've been doing for the last little while and why I've not been taking part in BookTube or doing any of my reviews, and I feel awful about it. But now I've come back, and I'm gonna do this again. Okay, so I've been doing my degree in visual communications, which is essentially graphic design and illustration. I've got my bachelor's degree in it now. I'll try and like edit the videos so like little like pieces of my work come up so you can maybe see what I've been doing. I want to be an illustrator. That's sort of my aspiring goal. That or a writer. um, so that's what I've been working on for the past little while. And through the duration of that, I've been doing a lot of personal things, going on personal trips as well. So I've not really had a lot of time to read, which has been utterly depressing. I think I've read possibly about 3 fictional books in the last year, which is awful, awful. Um, I say year, I'm classing it as like the school year from like September to June. It's not probably actually been a year. But in February, I need to tell you guys this because this is exciting. I went to Walker Stalker Con in London with my really, really amazing friend Cara. She is the one that got me sucked into The Walking Dead. I have already got enough problems with fandoms, but apparently she thought I really needed this one as well. Um, I met her through college when I started doing my degree. She moved to Aberdeen, but we still keep in touch. And when we found out that Walker Stalker Con was coming to London, we just had to do it. We just had to. We're both major fans of Norman Reedus, as you can probably well and truly imagine. I've been pretty much in love with him since I watched Boondock Saints when I was like 12. Um, so we went down and it was chaos. I mean, there were so many people. It was ridiculous. And we waited probably over the course of the 2 days. We waited 7.5 hours to meet Norman Reedus. I'd do it again. But we also, on the first day, we didn't actually get to meet him because there was that many people. But on the first day, we had booked a photo op. So I'll show you a picture. I look like a potato, but oh my god, it was worth it. Oh god, I look awful. Look how pretty he is, though. Seriously. Um, and so then the next day, we went and we got to meet him again, and I got a nice hug, and he signed my lovely photo of them from Boondock Saints. Oh, it's just amazing. Such a good experience. But again, that was right in the middle of my projects, like my deadlines and stuff, and it was just chaos. I was down to London in a few days, and I was straight back up to do deadlines. It has just been deadlines, deadlines, deadlines for the last it's been insane. And I'm very happy that it's done now, but I'll be looking for a temporary job for the time being to sort of tide me over until I can really build up my portfolio of work from illustration to then try and get a good job within that spectrum. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you probably only like one of the one books I've actually read since I've been in college. This. I waited so long to read this. I think mostly because I knew as soon as I read it, I would have to wait till September 2016 to get the next one. I didn't know if I could cope. I also didn't know if after Air of Fire I could actually cope with Cole and Selena never being a thing again. That kind of broke my heart. And this book, spoilers, totally broke my heart when they were so horrid to each other. I think I almost cried at the end when she they make up at the end, and she refers to her as to Cole, Rowan, and Cole as, what does she say? I can't remember directly what it is. I should probably look that up. But it's something like the three most important, most important men in her life, or something like that. And I'd actually seen that line before I read the book, and I was like praying that Cole was involved in that, because I know he's done a lot of silly stuff, but I think we have to remember that he wasn't brought up. He was the way he was brought up to think. So he's completely altered that in the time that he's met Aelin and all that, you know. So it's been a bit of a ride for him, and he's made some silly choices, but everybody makes silly choices, so I forgive him. But saying that, this other than Cole, who I love, I adore Adian. Adian is probably one of my favourite characters, and the sort of small teasing between him and Lysandra. Like, I'm not joking. If that doesn't happen in Empire of Storms, I will lose it. Lysandra is probably, alongside Manon and Aelin, they're my three favourite female characters. I loved her. I love that she has such a horrible past, and I love that their hatred for one another was all due to like one man. You know, that if they hadn't been so deluded by it, then that might not have happened at all. It's just it was really sad that they hated each other for so long, but they should have actually been friends against the same enemy. But Lysandra honestly is, I mean, that bit, spoilers again, when she turns into the ghost leopard was like one of like my best scenes in the whole book. Oh, sorry, I'm like rambling through this. I'm just going on such a I'm going from like point A to point B so quickly, switching characters who I'm speaking about. But yes, so, and I'm really happy that Aelin and Rowan finally. I don't know. Is it Rowan or Rowan? Like, I need to know this, because it totally screwed me up when I found out that Cole is actually Kale. I was like, no, I can't switch it now. I've read like I've read like 4 books of calling him Cole, so that has to remain the same. But I need to find out if it's Rowan or Rowan. Can you comment below if you know? I'm sure Sarah J Maas has a pronunciation thing somewhere, and I'll need to try and find it. But I'm so happy that him and Aelin finally sort of realised their feelings for one another. And although we didn't get to like, what shall I say, the how do I say this in a like nice way? Not nice, but demure way. Where's the smut? Oh well, we got some, but I'm impatient. Definitely, impatience is not one of my virtues. I do like a slow burn, but 2 books that are like 600 pages long, I'm like, I need that. I did like the scenes with them so much, though. Even the one where Aelin is kind of torturing him and he has to get up and pour the water over himself. I actually drew this the other day. I just sketched out because I just love that scene so much. I'll try and like move over here. My video editing skills are definitely not something that I'm wonderful with. I'm still working on it. But so this is probably the main book that I've read over the course of the school year. It took me ages to get through it, just because while I was doing it, I was working on projects and I had a deadline almost every week. So it was a real struggle for me to try and find time to read it. But now that I'm finished college, I managed to get through this, and I just adored it. Sarah J Maas is unbelievable at writing characters that are so relatable, and I love all of them. Like, it's very rare for me. Like, I struggle with a lot of characters, a lot of side characters I struggle with. A lot of them I love. Like, I know I'm going to speak about Twilight here, but I read it when I was like 14 or something, and I hated Bella and Edward, but I adored Alice and Jasper. And then there's other cases wherein I've read books where I really like the main protagonist, and the side characters might be really quirky and cute, but actually I just find them terribly annoying. Um, So her ability to write all of these characters that I just fall in love with is amazing. I really adore her, and I know I've gone on total rant here, but yes. So this is the main book that I have read. There were so many plots and twists that I was not prepared for, and I am so utterly excited to read Empire of Storms. I'm so excited to see what happens with Rowan and Aelin, how they take that relationship forward. I'm so excited to see Nezrin and Cole finally get something that's good for him. And Dorian, oh my god, like he needs happiness. Just let that little puppy have happiness. And I swear, if Manon and him get together, I will freak. I ship that. I definitely ship that. So that is definitely my wants for Empire Storms. That, and I need a lead to get to Aelin with that Rhinestone. I'm not even joking. Like, there's so many things that I'm waiting to happen in Empire of Storms, and I'm utterly terrified that they're not all going to make it out alive. And I'm presuming they're not, because I don't know how I'm going to handle that if that happens. But we'll see. We'll see. And so I wanted to show you the next book that I'm going to move on to this week. While I'm trying to work on my illustration, I'm also going to start this. Now, I bought it ages ago, and not for any specific reason I haven't started it. I think I was just so sucked into the world of like Aelin that I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to pick this up straight away. I wasn't really keen for it. And then A Court of Mist and Fury came out, and the internet exploded. I don't know who Rhysand? I don't know how to say it. I don't know who he is. He sounds like my type of man. I'm sorry. I don't know who he is, but apparently everybody else loves him, and so I feel like I might need to start this series now. It's got Fae in it. It's got a love triangle, capture, torture, lots of different things, and lots of different courts. What is it? One for day, one for spring, one for night. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects to this, and I'm really a huge fan of Fae. Any pretty much supernatural creatures is definitely my go-to. Fantasy books are, they're just, I love them so much. And so I'm going to start this week, and hopefully that'll be my next sort of wrap up. If you've read this, and you've read, oh gosh, this series, give me a shout and tell me which one you preferred. Or, we're not necessarily preferred, but, well, yeah, I don't want to say preferred because it's Sarah J Maas and she is a queen, so how can you prefer anything? But tell me what aspects of this you liked. Not without spoilers. Whether you like the action or the smuttiness, because I've heard there's smuttiness in the second one, so I'm looking forward to that. The characters, like, just give me some opinions. Comment down below. I'll be posting this on my Twitter, and I'll pop my Snapchat up as well if you're interested. So sorry for being away for so long. But hopefully I'm going to be filming another video because I'm taking part in Camp NaNoWriMo. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I doing this? Why am I torturing myself while I'm trying to look for a full-time job? Oh my goodness, I don't know. If you've taken part in that before, give me some suggestions, please. Give me some suggestions, comment down below, and I will talk about them in my next video. I'll probably be filming that just after this, but I might not put it up till tomorrow. So